What's up, guys? ODST Journal back again with some more Operation Trebuchet news. Obviously, just a couple days ago, I did the version 0.11 release update. Apologize about that. And I talked about a lot of stuff, but I said if I missed anything, I was going to come back and make another video if I missed enough stuff. Well, I did miss quite a bit, and I wanted to start doing their weekly uplinks as a video series here. So I'm going to start off. I want to show the stuff that I missed in the last update, and then we're going to go over their uplink and talk about some of the stuff that's in there. So we've got, like I said, several things I've missed here. I want to go over real quick kind of what I missed. Obviously, in the last video, I looked up the patch notes here. They have Air Force units listed. That's obviously the replacement for the pilots, is what they're supposed to be. Patrol caps and boonie hats to match UNSC forces. I showed those off to some extent last time when I was kind of showing off the camouflages. I'm going to pull those up real quick just to show them off in a bit more detail real fast here. So if we scroll up, we've got our instruction stuff. These are helmets that were added in 0.10 but I never showed off in that update. I missed these. So those are pretty cool. Brown patrol cap, green patrol cap, and then I guess this is gray to somebody, I don't know. Anyways, we've got boonies for each branch of the UNSC, or at least each environment that they run across. Scrolling down further, we've got the patrol caps for each environment, and you know, the Navy, of course, and Navy and Air Force. So that's the patrol caps and stuff. They added some new rounds for the sniper rifle. Now, I obviously missed the sniper rifle when it was added in .10, but I didn't even know it had different rounds. I missed this. Now, I'm really bad with what these abbreviations stand for. HE is obviously high explosive. DP, I'm not sure. I guess I would think it's like deep penetration or something. AP is anti-personnel rounds. Now, if you're not familiar with the Halo sniper rifle, in lore, it's an anti-material sniper rifle that was developed to, you know, obviously damage vehicles and stuff. But in Halo, due to the heavy armor of the Covenant, it's used as an anti-personnel weapon. Let's see here, what else do we have? The Mongoose retexture was added according to the patch notes. I spoke with one of the developers. That's actually not the case. That was not added, but they forgot to remove it from the changelog. So we've got the holotables. Like I said at the end of my video, I forgot to mention these. There's a blank version of the holotable, and now a version with Stratus, and I'm guessing these are military bases on the island. At a glance, I'm not really sure. Then they've added ghillie helmets and vests. Now, these were in a previous release for the mod, but they were taken out to rework them. So I'll show those off real quick. They come in 3 variants each. You've got the desert variant, which is like a light tan helmet and like a lighter tan brush. The marine helmet, which is, you know, more of a tropical or, you know, green brush, with a brown helmet under it, and then the woodland, which is basically just the same color, you know, foliage, but the helmet itself is green. And then to go along with those, we have 3 new vests. That's backpacks, so that won't help us. Which are the same colors. So we've got desert, marine, and woodland added. So right now, looking like a really sneaky ODST. Nobody's bound to see me running around. And then they've added... These were added in .10, but I never showed them off. These are the INI vests. So, now that that's been kind of shown off here, let's go to the next thing. So the thrusters and magnets work in progress were added to the mod. Now, Scorch052 posted today, he's one of the main developers, saying that the magnet's not implemented properly and that they are looking to do a hotfix for that. The thrusters are working. I'll show that off before we go to talk about some of the other stuff for the release. Apparently that's a bug with the helmet, I'm assuming. I think there's an item there inside the visor that I can see. Rec models for Pelican and Falcon, we showed those off. They've added a SmartLink scope to the assault rifle. As I showed you guys, it has a working ammo counter, but if you control and scope in, you've got the SmartLink scope for this built in now, so you no longer, I mean, obviously a lot of people mod the iron sights and that's why they're in, but if you are a more hardcore person about your Halo lore, then you don't need the iron sights as much anymore to be able to aim the weapon properly. You can just smart link it. What else do we got here? Well, as I spoke about in the last video, they added preliminary content for the DMR and M247. I showed off some of the work in progress models on those. Fix. Could not spawn Optray objects in Zeus. I don't think this has actually been fixed. Looking through here, if you go to Objects UNSC, there should be a lot more than these recs in here. If you go into the editor, you can see the hollow tables and all this other stuff. You got the trees available, and those just aren't available here in the editor. I'm assuming it's because they're buildings or something. I'm not really sure, but they can't be placed. You can still place the ammo and stuff like that. Spoke about this in the last patch. They fixed the game-breaking compatibility issue with CBA that would cause the game to crash when you attempted to use it with the current version of CBA. That's obviously been fixed. Pelican muzzle flash and shooting issues have been updated. Shadow LODs of most weapons, uniforms, and equipment have been fixed. So obviously this shadow here is not necessarily accurate. Seem to be missing something, but it does at least look like a UNSC helmet. So that is that's something. It almost looks like an ODST helmet from the side. From the single, it doesn't. Anywho, and then vague various other small things have been added. Oh, this is a ODST Warthog. I never noticed that. So this is the civilian Warthog. We'll get in here. All Warthog handling physics has been changed up. So I'm not sure. I think it feels a tad bit slower to me. I don't know if that's just me. Now, I was playing around earlier with this and I hit this and I went like flipping like 30 feet in the air. So yeah, like this. But yeah, you can now, you can roll the hog and stuff and you won't really get hurt. I'm sure that, it's still possible to hit something like that and get damaged and blow up knowing Arma, but really cool. I like that. Ballistics of all small arms has been reworked. Armor values of the Falcon's been reworked. They redid UNSC groups. They changed all armor values. They changed class name naming conventions, so mission makers are going to have a tough time without those. Various other small things, again. They removed colored variants of the shotgun. They've removed Army and Marine pilots, replaced by airmen and naval aviators. And then, these are the known bugs. Unarmed Warthog is front heavy. Sniper bipod's not animated. Frigate has no geometry or shadow LODs, and magnet function is very finicky and inconsistent. So, with all that being said, the only thing I don't have to show off in game anymore would be flying around in Pelican, showing off basically the thrusters. Now, I spoke a little bit about these previously, but these forward thrusters, they basically changed the helicopter from a flight model that's based off of a little bird to something more in line with a fighter jet. So we're going to take off here, and we're going to change these into forward thrusters, and you guys will see kind of the difference. So right now, you know, we're starting off, we're going, you know, 100 miles an hour almost already. So that's decent speed, you know, and we're still picking up. We still can get faster, but now that we're up, let's engage these forward thrusters, and you guys can really see it's already kicking them. Already at, you know, 450, 500. These things go about 600 to 630. As you guys can see, it kind of jumps back and forth a lot, even in a straight line. It's not really consistent. But I'm going much faster. I lose a lot of maneuverability. And then when you re-engage your regular thrusters, it puts on air brakes to help slow you down very fast. I'm a horrible pilot, but really good pilots can use this for very quick landings and getaways. You know, it's like, say you're dropping somebody off on this beach, you're flying at, you know, 600 miles an hour. Flip on that, you spin around, drop your troops off at that like inlet right there, and then you go flying away again, like before anybody knows you're even there. But we're going to stop here. We're going to switch over to picture mode again. Yay! And we're going to talk about the latest uplink and some of the stuff that's been talked about it today. The uplink came out yesterday, but we do have a little bit of extra news on top of that. Alright, and we are back. So, let's talk about the uplink, which came out, like I said, yesterday. Introduction. What's up, everyone? It's time for the weekly dose of Operation Trebuchet news. I shouldn't read the line for line, though. Dev activity. HK Urban has been working hard to bring the M24 or 247, 24/7, whatever you want to call it, up to par. The picture link there is the same one I linked in the last update. McChaffee has produced another track to be included with Optray in the near future. That's something I haven't shown off, but if you play around in the editor or music, they've added a lot of music. Some of it's from Halo, some of it's unique stuff that they have developed. You should definitely go check it out if you guys get the chance or you're into that sort of thing. Zephyr Souza has added the DMR into the game. So right now it's still not textured. He's expecting the texture to be in the next 1 to 2 days. It's still not 100% certain yet, but he's posted a couple screenshots of it, and I'm going to be displaying those on the screen right now. They plan to have a hotfix for the issues in version 0.11 in the coming days. They don't specify an exact time, but that is thrown out there. And then they've been doing kind of a alternate reality game. It's been so long since I've talked about one of those. But they've got a AR game that they've been doing where basically they've been teasing stuff with an AI program. And one of the people who's been trying to crack it, Captain Wacky, has managed to crack the encryption on one of the images leaked. And I'm going to be displaying that on the screen here. I want to kind of talk about that. Now, I haven't really followed their AR game, but this image and what they're talking about is very, very similar to the story of Contact Harvest. If you've read that book, basically the book starts off where Sergeant Johnson and another sergeant from the UNSC are sent out to Harvest to train a group of militia guys out there because a bunch of UNSC ships have been going missing. Now, all these ships are automated, but they suspect that it's insurrectionists out there, boarding the ships and taking them over. So they're trying to train these guys on Harvest to fight the insurrectionists. As you guys can tell in the picture, it shows the slip, where the ship started slip spacing. It kind of shows its track, and then veers way off course, presumably to avoid E2, and then they lose track of it. There's a couple other ships in the area, which I'm assuming are just there for basically, looks. We've got a, I think it's a marathon class. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's a marathon class. And then they've got a couple frigates, and then they got the CMA Arabia, which is a little bit different. So that's the colonial military, I'm assuming. That's the colonial, so it's basically something the UNSC sucked up during this time frame. And then if you scroll down, they've got an asteroid marked as St. Jefferson in this asteroid belt, and then they've got the name and class of the ship. Now this is a Type 2 cargo skiff, and it's known as the Kane Cornucopia. The cargo skiffs, and I'm assuming this one's the same, are usually all automated by AI. People don't actually pilot them, they just go on their own from planet to planet after they have their cargo. Now, the Cornucopia is obviously very similar to the Horn of Plenty. And going back to Harvest, the Horn of Plenty was the first ship that contact was made with the Covenant on. Now, is this a tease for the Covenant? Maybe. Obviously I don't know. We're still trying to figure, well, I shouldn't say I'm not, but a lot of people are still trying to figure this out here. They've been teasing this for a while, and obviously, like I said, the striking or the similarities to Harvest are very striking. But Harvest is where contact was first made with the Covenant, so this might be a tease at the colonial militia or more stuff with the insurrectionists. It could be. But there's still, content. There's still a group of people out there trying to solve it. If you're seeing this and you think you can help solve it, go out, check out some of their older uplinks. Check out the community on their Reddit here, and you can help out trying to solve this. One thing I did forget to mention with the DMR, going back to that, Zephyr is, like I said, he's working on the texture right now. He's expecting it to be out in a day or two. However, he's also looking at doing one additional texture, and he's looking for input on the Reddit to see what people think he should add. Switching gears for a second, guys. Let's talk about the Call of the Prophets mod again. Not a lot's been done. In fact, only one thing's been done since the last update, and that is the sword textures I'm posting here now. Obviously, they're very work in progress. This is the first texture that the modder has actually done. So Skort052 from Operation Trebuchet is kind of helping him look into ways of bettering the texture on that. Right now, they're kind of discussing using the material from the virtual reality troops inside of Arma 3's testing thing. So if you guys have any feedback on how we could improve the texture, head over to the Call of the Prophets Bohemian Interactive Studios page and give them feedback there. Alright, so that's everything I have for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video again, and if you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out and lets me know to keep making these videos. Alright, you guys have a good one.